Solo 2. All right, and here's how we play solo 2. So we're going to start with the 3rd fret of the B. You're going to kind of, you can use your first finger, I guess. First finger? No, I'd use your second finger. In fact, you've got to use your second finger because of what's coming next, right? So second finger, you're going to bridge this over the string so that you're clearing that first string, the E string, because you're going to play them both together. So play, slide up to the 5th fret, so you can hear them both ring in there, okay? So when you get here, you can do something kind of rhythmic, or whatever you fancy doing. Let's keep it simple. Then you want to get the 7th fret of the B. Put your first finger behind it to reinforce this, to give it a bit of support, because you're going to do a bend now, full step bend. When you do that bend, we're going to play that 7th fret of the E again, all right? So we're going to have... Now, previous part of the video, I mentioned to you that if you've got one of these very lovely floating bridges, that note's going to be bent, sharp, flat. That's the word I was thinking of, flat, right? So E goes flat. It's the nature of these bridges. So if you want to get that sounding in tune, your high E, you're going to have to give it a slight bend just to get the pitch up. If you've got a fixed bridge, you've got no issues at all. So we've got here, yeah. All right, so did I say do that with your second finger? You can do that with your first finger. There's nothing wrong with that. So as long as you get this bit with your second finger, right? So second finger on the 7th fret of the B, bend up a full step, release. So we're going to bend up. You're going to pick between there and the high E. So you got, remember the high E, you've got fretted at the 7th fret as well. So we got now. Now we're going to do the same thing where we're going to play the note on the B fretted, and we're going to have an open E. So you're going to have... All right, so first we got 5th fret B, 7th fret B, 5, 4, 2, both B and the E open. Alexa, what are you going on? Sorry, you probably can't hear this. Alexa, for some reason, is taking my counting out numbers and is telling me the answer to my calculation is 5,342. Alexa, stop. I'm trying to give a guitar lesson here. Right, so we've done... Once you got there, 1st fret of the G, 2nd fret, slide up to the 4th fret. All right, so we've got... So all together. Next bit's going to start on the D string. We're going to do 4, hammer on to 6, couple of plucks. So we've got back to 4, 2nd. Hang on, that's bollocks. That's what we want to do, right? 4, hammer on to 6. Slide back to 2, 4 on the A, 2 on the D, hammer on to 4. All right, so now we've got... All right, one more time. All right, so what I've done at the end there was slide up to 6, slide back to 4, and pick 2. So far we've got... Pick that twice when you get there. Then you're going to pick an open E, open B. You're going to fret the 1st fret of the G. Pick it again. 2nd fret. Slide up to 4 and give it a pick. All right, so now we've got... All right, do another angle here. So 4th fret, hammering on to the 6th fret of the D. All right, next bit, all the way up here. And we're going to do this at the 12th fret of the G and the B. All right, which is where we were doing it. So 12th fret of the G. You're going to grab that with your 3rd finger, put your 2nd finger behind it to give it a bit of support. Let's get a bit closer here. You're going to get your 1st finger on the 10th fret of the B, and we're going to do this bend here. All right, this unison bend. So you're bending the G string up a whole step. So that's going to, we're getting to that target note, but you're playing them both together. So go twice, all right? Then do the same thing, but a fret back. So we're going to go 3rd finger here on the G string is back to the 11th fret. Everything's moved back by a fret basically. All right, so far we've got. Once you've done that, you're going to flatten across the 9th fret of the E and the B. And do that. So you're going to bend from the 11th fret of the G to a full step and stop it there. All right, you can stop that by taking your fingers off, muting with your right hand. So if I did put that together, we've got, oh, hang on, twice. All right, so one more time. 12th fret here on the G, 10th fret on the B, twice. Move back a fret, do the same thing, but so you've just done. All right, you keep that mini bar there. Pick the E string at that 9th fret, hammer on 12th fret B, pull off onto 9th fret. So you got. All right, you can do that twice. After the 2nd time, you're going to pick the 11th fret of the G. All right, so that phrase, that little hammery picky bit sounds like this. All right, one more time. Pick E, hammer on 12th of the B, pull off to 9, and do it again. And then put your finger down and pick 11th fret of the G. All right, so that bit sounds now like this. All right, after you got there, adjust your hand a little bit, because what you're going to do now is you're going to pick 11 on the G, pull off to 9, pick 11 on the D, and then pick 9 on the G again. So you got all right, so there. You finish that off with a 11 on the G, pick 9, 11 on the D, 9 on the G, and 11 on the D. All right, so from that little hammery bit, next bit, you're going to hammer on 9 to 11 on the A, mini bar across 9 on the D and the G, and you're going to play those together, the D and the G. So we've got. All right, 9 to 11, hammer on the A. What I'm doing there is I'm just putting my 3rd finger on the 11th fret of the D. So. Then just a 9th fret D and G. All right, so 9 9 9 9 11 oh, 9 9 9 9 9 9 11 13 13. All right, and that's that mini bar where you're doing the D and the G string together. So one more time. 9 9 9 9 9 9 11 13. Twice. So the whole bit together. All right. It then goes back into the just tees itself up nicely for the solo, the big solo. That was all solos, right? The big solo at the end, which is slightly a killer. But I'll show you that in the next video.